Okay. Hello, Hawk Nation. I'm Coach Hanzo.
And I'm Coach Gavin, and welcome to tonight's Coach's Corner. Tonight we are in WVU in Morgantown, West Virginia. We are playing the WVU Mountaineers at their brand new facility. It is very big, very bright.
It is.
Very shiny, very nice.
I have to say, after being at their old arena, this is very much an improvement. Very bright,
Absolutely.
big space, you know.
Yes.
It's a little chilly in here tonight.
It is a little cold in here tonight, yes, for sure.
Yeah, but we're doing great. So,
happy Halloween, Coach.
Yeah, happy Halloween. You know, we got a chance to talk to some of the boys before they got on the ice earlier. Asked them what some of their Halloween costumes were.
Yeah, a couple hockey players tomorrow night for some Halloween shenanigans on the road to Duquesne.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, of course they're going to be hockey players. Couldn't come up with anything else, but you know, it's okay. Happens.
Speaking of some of the costumes tonight, you know, I see you cleaned up the face a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Let me give you a whole OOTD, okay?
Oh, okay, let me hear it.
Hat is from the IUP co-op store. Hair is all natural. Obviously, my coach's coat from IUP hockey. What about you? I see the hair. There's some nice growth.
Yeah, you know, I started this new shampoo conditioner routine. I really think that it's helping to grow my roots out, you know, based on going from last game to this game. I'm sure all of you viewers out there can see I've really been growing out the hair. You know, I'm trying. Kept the hat from last week. You know, got to stay styling with it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Thank you.
All right. Tomorrow we are heading to Duquesne with the dads. It's the dads trip. What are you looking forward to that? What are you hoping to see from the dads?
You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing the boys with their dads, you know, having a good time, having fun on the road. I mean, that's the whole point, you know.
Absolutely,
just getting out there, having fun, you know, making some good memories.
For sure. Let's hope they don't get too rowdy in the stands tomorrow night.
Oh, hopefully not. But I think we'll have some good IUP representation out there.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's all we have for Coach's Corner tonight. We just want to say thank you for stopping by our Halloween Coach's Corner. And up next, we have our Halloween pregame show, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Okay, thanks.
Good evening, everyone. Agent K reporting live here. We have a report of an intergalactic showdown on the ice. Your IUP Crimson Hawks will face off against WVU and the Mountaineers tonight in a brand new facility down in Morgantown. Crimson Hawks are coming off a 2-game home series against the Rhode Island Rams, ranked number 24. It would advance them to a 9-2-1 record, and they look to add on here tonight against the WVU Mountaineers. This will be the first of 12 divisional matchups for the Crimson Hawks in the CHMA division, and those games will count towards playoff seeding. Last season, your Crimson Hawks went 10-2 in those divisional games, one of those losses coming to WVU in an OT fashion. The Hawks would split the season series, beating the Mountaineers on the road later in the season 3-1. However, come the second round of the CHMA playoffs, IUP would face WVU for a third time of the season. Jordan Adams, after a first-round bye, became the OT hero, sending IUP to the CHMA championship. Players to watch tonight, of course, Hunter Fairman and Shane Miller, two top forwards for the IUP Crimson Hawks. We caught up with them at Wednesday practice to see how their relationship affects their play on the ice.
I think it's just Miller following everything I do. No, I'm just playing. I don't know, we've been playing together for years now, and I know where he's going to be when I have the puck on my stick. He knows where I'm going to be when he has the puck on his stick. So we kind of just created a bond that's
we could have said chemistry throughout the years that we played together.
And that will wrap up our first CHMA pre-show, everyone. From all of us at the IUP Hockey Network, I'm Agent K, reminding you to stay sharp, stay safe, and don't forget, you never saw this pregame interview.
this game will be played under the rules of the NCAA. Now, let's meet the starters for the Crimson Hawks. At forward, number 7, Chase Malloy. At forward, number 15, Spencer Johnson. At forward, number 5, Jordan Adams. On defense, number 74, Zach Sawyer. On defense, number 24, Maddox Levi. And in goal, number 40, Shane Pemba. Now,
Good evening.
the starters for your West Virginia Mountaineers, led by head coach Howard Hooten. At forward,
Good evening.
Pepe
Good evening, everyone. Agent K.
At forward, number 90, Daniel Fowler. At forward, number 27, Dylan Shea. On defense, number 7, Alec Boone. On defense, number 19, Devin Davia. And in goal, number 34, Wyatt Sloan. Please rise if you're able and move your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
It's Halloween. The Crimson Hawks and the Mountaineers. Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo. We're down here in Morgantown at this brand new, amazing facility, Hope Gas Pavilion, they're calling it. It's a very bright rink we're in, and I think we're ready for some CHMA action. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great to be here on Halloween, keeping us out of trouble, if you will, back home. But also, as you were saying, yeah, it is bright in here. It's almost blinding. We had to do some camera adjusting pre-game and make sure it wasn't too bright for you guys on YouTube there. But excited to see what the boys can do here on this special day.
Right, CHMA play has begun, of course, all across the division, and these two squads are the last two to get into it. Of course, facing each other tonight. This will be the first CHMA game for both, as that is two quick pucks up and into the netting out of play. But as I was saying, yeah, the Crimson Hawks currently in the lead, of course, season-wide on the ACHA standings. But that is because they have not started CHMA play. Yeah, quick shot in close for Adams. It's that top line that has been switched up starting tonight for the Hawks. That's Adams on the left wing, Malloy on the right, and Johnson centering. On defense, it's Maddox Rearick and Zach Soy, backed by Paremba in the net. He's had himself quite the season so far, as he has yet to be beaten in regulation. He currently holds a .917 save percentage. He's looking to, of course, boost that a little bit more tonight and remain lossless.
I like that first line that you were talking about that Hanzo brought out for this game. Almost like a aggressive tactic. A lot of those players, especially the forwards on that first line, are going to be players that attack the 50-50 pucks and are flying around the ice, but they also are able to dish the puck amongst their other teammates. A couple of those guys have a good number of assists on the year, too.
I think it definitely proves a point going out with those top 3 forwards there. Like you said, they're very aggressive, and they play sort of a in-your-face type of game, and that's certainly sending a message there for the first shift. And it certainly showed off because West Virginia is just now entering the offensive zone. Going in now on the left side is Woods, top scorer for WVU. Tries to center, but it's blocked in the lane by Miller. Miller and Jace Rearick going the other way now. Rearick takes it in, cuts into the center of the zone. Spinning it and finds Schmelzer. He's going to backhand it. Centering feed, turnaround shot in close. Stays out. Now Fairman at the blue line. He spins it. Backhanding it for Miller, keeping it in the zone. Jace Rearick, goal line. Another backhand try for Miller in close. A great save by Slotez. Still fumbling in the blue paint. And still out. Schmelzer has it. He takes a shot, misses to the right. A lot of pressure for IUP early. Now on the right wing, centering feed in close. Sticked away by Slotez. Behind the net now, WVU has a little bit of control. Trying to spin off of the hit is Haben. It's dumped immediately back down. A great shift from this line of forwards. Out in front, Fairman has it. Now WVU has a little bit of control. It's into the neutral zone. Burkett trying to clear it down into the offensive zone, but it's picked up. Turned around the other direction. Now down below the net. Seitz and Del Quadri fighting for it. Viewing his options is Burkett. He backhands it for his partner, Seitz. Seitz up the right wall, trying to find Miola, and he does. Miola takes it into the zone, but it's picked up by Hartz. Now met at the red line by Seitz. Loose puck in the zone. Tudic tries to feed Loza all the way across. He almost had it. It was a wide open net. Loza was unable to corral it. Now into neutral ice. Turned around at the center line. Loza backhands it down deep into the zone. Miola on that forecheck. He takes his man to the corner as well. Up into neutral ice now. Maddox Rearick throws one down below the cage and off that end wall. He's met by Tudic on that far wall. Now a shot from the low angle. Slotez was able to slow it down. Now Maddox Rearick backhanding for Hoffman. Hoffman left wing. He takes a shot. Pass off pads. He was unable to connect with Solomon streaking down. And going the other way, Caron was picked up by Hoffman on the back check. Right in front of WVU's bench, Hoffman leaves his feet for a hit. Springs Filson. Filson slapper from the blue line. It rides high. Soy trying to dump it down and deep. It hits off the shin pads of Della Quadri and up and out of play. It's our first stoppage in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was pretty intense play there. And what I'm liking so far from the Crimson Hawks is they're catching everybody on their heels. It doesn't feel like WVU's had much time to breathe on their own end. And I think that's what Joe Hanzo wanted. He wanted kind of, like we were talking about, that first line was very aggressive. And I think he's just wanting to bombard them with pressure, always, maintain possession of the puck, and it's working pretty well.
Yeah, just like that, it's captain on the blue line. Malloy's tripped up. The hand goes up. WVU is going to touch it, and IUP will be on the power play. So for the first time of the evening, we will see some special teams. Pretty textbook trip.
Yeah, and that's big for how they've been moving the past 4 minutes, the first 4 minutes of this game. A power play going into an already impressive amount of puck control.
We'll see the face-off in WVU zone. The official's going to sort some things out. Everybody's a little confused. It doesn't look like there is a penalty clock in this arena on both sides. There are two scoreboards, no penalty clock. So we'll keep you updated. There's Fairman at the blue line. He hits Malloy right wing. Now he's on the goal line. Just going to be 2 minutes. Fairman from the point takes one in close. Backhand try. Spun out by Maddox Rearick. He holds it on that right wing. Gives it down on the goal line for Miller. Now Malloy on the right wing. Fairman at the point. Back for Malloy. Mishandled pass. He remains control. Spinning it down low and kept at the goal line by Miller, but they're unable to hold the zone. Malloy with a little reverse hit at the center line. And here's Maddox Rearick looking up ice. as he's taken into this close wall. Sloltez out of his net to corral it below. Fairman now at the blue line. He had a little trouble handling that puck, and it's sent back down into IUP's zone. A minute left on the power play. But still, I'm not sure if Paremba has had any registered shots on him yet.
No, he's kind of just been an aid for the guys back there, stopping the puck so they can corral it pretty nicely.
Just as I was talking, Brackett from the right wing, he takes a shot and it rides high. Miola taking it out of the zone. He's got a man on his tail. He's taken to the ice. Right back up. Loza has it. Spencer Johnson in close feed for Miola. Backhand try and a stick save by Sloltez.
Sloltez has looked pretty good in net so far. He got tested early on. I think we were about only 2 minutes in when he had that first real test, and he stood tall so far.
Yeah, the Canadian goaltender has done pretty well so far this year. 2-2 record with a .912 save percentage. So we are, back to play now.
And that was just wide off the stick of Miola there.
And now turning it around and neutralize Loza, finds Adams. Adams right up the gut. Dishes it for Miola. He still has it on that left wing. Gives it up high for Schmelzer. Schmelzer point shot right into the chest of Sloltez. Get another stoppage, 4:16 remain. Just be a couple more seconds. Power play for IUP.
I don't mind those long shots that they take when they're on power plays there, Josh, because when you got guys like Schmelzer who is able to put them in with velocity, a lot of these guys are, I mean, granted, they are hockey players, but their hand-eye coordination is pretty darn good. So a lot of these guys can get a good tip on the puck as it's coming into the net.
Burkett tried that one-touch feed for Adams on the right wing. Now down low, I believe that's Loza. Backhands it for Adams. And we're back to 5-on-5. There's a point shot in by Burkett. Handled by WVU, a broken twig over there. Believe that was Della Quadri. Now trying to spin it the other way. Here's Woods, well offsides. The Wheeling native is trying to start WVU's offense all by himself. Just got a little too anxious. So we'll head back down to IUP's offensive zone. 13:45 remain here in the first period.
And this line coming out here is going to be able to put in some work.
Hoffman went it to the left, trying to get some help from Solomon, and he does. He's taken into that corner. Solomon centered feed for Filson and close. That shot was deflected behind. There's a little reverse hit over there by Hoffman as well. We know he plays with some grit and some passion. So he's doing his work down low. WVU skating away with it now. And here come the Mountaineers. Trying to hit his man all the way on that left side. It's going to be Harvey that wins the foot race. No icing. Excuse me, icing is the call. It will be back down to the other side, excuse me.
No icing would have been brutal.
Yeah, that would have been pretty bad.
I'm sure Moose would have let us know all the way up here.
Puck dropped and won by the Mountaineers. Holding it on his backhand over there. It's held right there by Fairman. Fairman on the right wing. Trying to center it in close. Miller's met with some traffic. Now going the other direction. Here's Woods. Taking it on the left side, and he loses control of it. Miller there to pick it up. Now Maddox Rearick, right at the logo. Finds control still, and he throws one in from above the face-off dots. And he's gloved down by Sloltez. Some pleasantries after. We know these CHMA games, they can get pretty hectic, and a lot of passion in these games, because of course they are worth more.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is about that time of the year where we start seeing everybody get a little bit more aggressive and chippy during their games, and there's a lot more emotion that flies around the air.
Puck turned around on his own blue line by Maddox Rearick. Going the other direction, he hits Brackett at center ice. He's unable to corral that hard pass. Right in front of IUP's bench, we see Fairman fighting for it also. Coming away with it is Schmidt. He slides it to Kakasi. Down into the zone. Back to collect it is Soy. Soy dishing it for his partner. That's Maddox Rearick. Another turnaround back to Soy. Soy looking up ice, stretch pass, finds Fairman 3-on-2 the other direction if they hurry. Now left wing, Adams dances around one man, shot down low, stopped by Slotez.
Beautiful move by Adams. I can't believe that shot didn't make it past Slotez.
Just silk hands that number 5 has on him, and he was just showing it off there. It's a pretty clean shot, and it was just an even better save by Slotez. Now down in IUP zone, here's Schmelzer. Galloping through the neutral zone. Has it on his backhand. Takes it in on the left side, though. Backhand centering feed in close. Donovan from the point. Now Adams from the point as well. Hits off Johnson's skate. Another backhand feed in close. Malloy fighting for it, sticking away, and coming away with it are the Mountaineers. Turned around by Adams. Adams in close. A lot of traffic in front, and it bounces out to that far corner.
All this pressure the Hawks are giving them, it's almost like they're on their own power play right now.
Turnaround, centering feed by Adams. Nobody was there on the back door. Slapper from the point by Schmelzer rides high. Just a ongoing onslaught of offense for IUP.
I mean, this is impressive.
Yeah. Now on that left wing, Malloy taking it around the net. Has it on his backhand. He's sticked away by Falzer. He's taken into that far corner. Coming away with it was Johnston. Schmelzer up high. Now down low, it looks like there's a tussle in that far corner. Sticks are out of play. There's helmets off as well, I believe. Now it looks like they've come loose. Everybody has their equipment. Right back up is Malloy. Now on that right wing, Falzer, stretch pass for Badger going the other way. Excuse me, that's Dylan Shea. As Dylan Shea takes Donovan into the corner. It's a big boy you're messing with in Donovan. Now we're into neutral ice. Schmelzer sticking for it. Carone slides it down into the offensive zone for WVU.
Here comes Schmelzer.
Schmelzer and Tudich. Tudich has it on his own goal line. Spins it backwards for Schmelzer. Schmelzer looking up ice. Finds Tudich with a great feed. And he's just going to soft dump it in. Let some new defensemen get on the ice. There's Tudich with the hit as well down there. Burkett has it in neutral ice. Finds Seitz, another one-touch pass for Loza going the other way. It's McDonough on the right wing. He shoots, rides high. I may be incorrect, but I still think that Paremba is yet to see a registered shot. Now on the left side, there's a try by Stouffer. DeVoe in close. That one is on net and sticked away by Paremba.
9:30 left in the period remaining.
There's a spill in the middle of the ice with Miola and Quinn. Stretch pass the other way, sticked away by Burkett. WVU is well offsides. That's Bruno, was trying to jump the gun. Down into WVU's corner, it's going to be icing for, again, one of the first stoppages in a while, I should say. And we will see a draw on IUP's end.
Yeah, the Crimson Hawks are on fire right now. They're able to maintain possession and pass the puck around freely. WVU's got to do something to combat it, or else, the Crimson Hawks are just going to run them off the ice at this point.
Tie up by Hoffman. Back to collected as Burkett. He'll soft dump it through neutral ice. It's gloved down by Casey, but of course not with some trouble by Solomon. Now Solomon had it on his backhand. There's a trip up in neutral ice though. Woods with some speed, turnaround feed, trying to find Bruno. Now on the left wing, finds Bruno, right wing, cross ice, feed in close, shot and score for WVU. That's Leonard Haben, scores 1-0.
And that's just a tough break right there. Just a turnover in your own end. They were able to pass the puck nicely between each other, and yeah, that one-timer, placed pretty nicely. Can't be too upset if you're moose in the net.
Haben, the big Slovakian forward that's going to be the man to take credit for that goal. It was just great passing as they were able to move Paremba from post to post, which ultimately gave them the angle that Haben needed. IUP, we've said it before, they don't really start playing until a goal is scored, so we'll see what kind of pressure, as if there isn't already enough, what kind of more pressure they can apply.
Absolutely.
Klamkowski took it into the zone. Now Barber slides it in, but WVU's going to have to tag up. Fairman has it in his far corner. It's the top line of forwards out there for the Hawks. Chase Rear trying to swipe it for his partner, but it's picked up by Falzer now down into the zone. Sola gives him a check down low as well. Jace Rear comes away with it. And now Fairman taking it out of the zone.
A lot of space to work with, and he can fly.
Goes around one man in close. Tries to wrap it around. He couldn't get the angle. It's still in the blue paint. Now from the point, Donovan has it. One-timer for Fairman. Pad saved by Slotez. Fairman still has control. Gives it down low on the goal line for Jace. Jace Rearick slides it to Fairman again. He wants it. He's going in, marching in. One-time feed for Jace at the point. In close, and a wide open net. That's Jace Rearick that's netting it. Slotez was well out of his crease. A pretty free goal for the Hawks, and just like that, we're tied up.
And that's great work. I mean, they stuck with it. They hung in there. A lot of rebounds. I mean, Slotez has had his night cut out for him so far, and we're not even through the first period. So, I mean, the boys are just doing a great job of bombarding the net. And as you see there, a quick little dribbler right outside the crease, and Rearick just gave it a one-hand little slap backhand, and he was able to put it away.
So you want to always give credit to the man that scored the goal, because Jace Rearick was there, perfect timing, but that entire rush does not start without Hunter Fairman.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was pretty much the Hunter Fairman shift there, as he had that wraparound try, then he had it on the left wing with the one-timer, then he fed in close, and just a lot of offensive pressure for Fairman.
And that was a pretty open net for Fairman, too. It's kind of interesting. It's almost not knocking any of the other teams here, but you think if you would watch film, you would see Fairman do that at least once or twice a game.
He's pretty much trademarked that move.
And he's good at it.
Now in close, Malloy had that backhand try. He was tripped up by Slotez. Another great move by Malloy. He had some speed going the other way. Now 3-on-2 for WVU. Cutting in is Stouffer. Now he has it down below the net.
As that's picked up by Malloy on the edge, he's just going to dump it out of the zone and clear it so they don't have, so everybody's offsides. Regroup.
Adams was trying to mess up that try as well. Now Harvey has it down below Paremba. Burkett for Adams. Adams looking cross ice, see if he can find Malloy. He's just going to soft dump it in. A bouncing puck goes over both defensemen's stick. Malloy hits his man into the corner as well. Coming up the right side and then up into the middle was Bruno. He's met by Soy and Tudich on the forecheck. There's Haben. Slides it in, but Soy catches it right where it's at.
Great work by Soy to reset and make that make the WVU fall back.
A very mature defenseman Soy is. He was always going to take the safe play rather than the aggressive. You need defensemen like that.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why he works so well with Maddox Rear, because he's able to, of course Maddox that is able to carry the puck in deep and create offense for himself. They just complement each other quite perfectly. And they're going to show it off here now. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. Bruno trying to split him, push him to the outside. Haben tries to throw one in from the blue line. He fanned on it though. Miola trying to forecheck, and he does disrupt it. Now going the other direction if they can hurry. Tudich and Loza. Tudich takes his shot, and it's a pad save by Slotez. Comes out, and there's some collision on the close wall, but WVU comes away with it. It's a shot from up high, and it rides to the left. It's off the stick of Sean Quinn. Now at the blue line, Barber's just going to spin it out into neutral ice. Still has control. He takes it on the right side, now on the right wing. Backhand try off the boards for himself. Glamkowski interrupted that try. Hartz with some dancing in between. He showed off the puck skills as well. Schmelzer dumps it for Fairman. Fairman stretches it across ice for Jace Rearick. Now rims it around for Fairman again.
Great pass to Miller.
Feed for Miller. Here's the two, Miller and Fairman. Backhand try for Fairman. Fairman behind the net. Dangerous spot for him. Centering feed for Miller, but he was tied up. 3-on-2 the other direction. Jace Rearick able to get back in time, and a great stick by Sean Donovan to disrupt that try.
Big hit off the side.
Down low, in close, centering feed. Paremba still has control, and it was on that backdoor try by Brackett. But now going the other way, Schmelzer has it into the zone, pushing his man out in a low angle shot. Misses behind the cage. Burkett has it, but some miscommunication. Schmelzer fighting for it. It's him and Brackett still.
Oh my goodness.
Now into neutral ice. WVU has control though. Devio trying to start that rush. Met by Burkett.
Great leave.
One-touch pass for Johnson now in the close center, or excuse me, point shot by Burkett right into the chest of Slotez. And if that last rush doesn't do anything at all, at least they will have an offensive zone face-off. See if they can apply a little bit more of that pressure that we saw just a couple of minutes ago.
And with I wish we had a shot counter in this arena to look at, but with the amount of shots we've seen in possession time that the Crimson Hawks have had over WVU, it would be nice to see them score one more heading into the period, because if on the stat sheet it looks proper if they head into the next period with at least another goal on top of WVU.
I think regardless of the scoreboard, both teams are, they have that feeling of where the momentum lies in between the benches, again, regardless of what the scoreboard says, and certainly in favor of IUP right now. And they're going to look to head to the locker room and just maintain that energy and that, that drive that they've showed off so far. Malloy, stretch feed for Adams. He's met by the captain, Schmidt. Now Burkett stretching it again for Adams. He was unable to get a stick. So it will be icing. We'll head back down to IUP's end. Paremba just been tested a couple of times so far here tonight, but of course, letting one behind him in this first period. Face off to the left, won by WVU. There's Barber at the point. He has McDonough in close right wing. Was trying to hit Carone on that back door, but he was tied up. There's another try from the left wing. Adams trying to swipe it out into the neutral zone, and he does. Miola getting on the forecheck. Maddox Rarick has it now. A little saucer pass for Soy. Soy's just going to hard rim it down into the zone. Miola on the receiving end. He takes a hit. Tudich takes a hit as well. West Virginia's control, spinning down low. Miola trying to disrupt. Now through center ice. Stouffer has on the left side. He throws on the brakes, looking for some reinforcements, centering feed, but there's Loza to disrupt it. He backhands it for Tudich as he's sticked going through neutral ice. Now here's Fairman. Tudich gets on sides now. Showing off some skating skills, Fairman is. He's still left out. He takes a shot, misses high. Donovan on the right wing, just backhands it down and deeper. Miller down there as well. He has control now. He's going to take it right in for himself, backhand. Pad save by Slotez. He's tied up in that far corner. He's getting some help from Haben. There's a point shot. Another pad save, Slotez. I like that IUP is targeting these low shots, trying to get men in front, get some deflection, some traffic. It's sort of been the game plan on these last couple of rushes.
Yeah, the screens have been great so far tonight in front of Slotez.
Minute 34 to play, and this faceoff is going to be to the right of Wyatt Slotez. Tied up and won by WVU. Schmidt backhanding it around. Stretch feed, he was trying to spring Brackett all the way through. Held up at the blue line by Schmelzer. Back down deep in WVU's end. Throws it off the woodwork, now going the other way is Brackett. He's met by a big hit by Schmelzer. Now in close, a shot. Pad saved by Paremba. Now there's Miller. Great hockey sense there, knowing that Fairman was going to be crashing in behind him as they're able to get it deep into the zone. 1 minute left in the period. Trying to leave the zone is West Virginia, and they do. Now on the left wing. Backhand try, pad save, kicked away. Now he's taken down in low, still in the blue paint. Looks like it's held on that post. They're still sticking at it. And that's now off of its pegs. Of course, with some altercation after the whistle as well.
Yeah, quite a while for that whistle to be blown there. They were jabbing at Moose's leg pads for, felt like a good 5 seconds before that whistle should have been blown, but good job of Moose to maintain his composure and keep on with the puck and freeze it up.
Yeah, it was Glamkowski that started that try. He was the one that threw that initial backhand on Paremba.
in a little bit of a miscommunication error on the defensive end there. Schmelzer was caught watching on this left or right side of the ice if you're on the ice, but he had a man crashing behind him, and that's where they got that cross-ice pass into our zone.
Tie up at the faceoff dot. There's a shot in close and blocker saved by Paremba. Burkett at the goal line, a soft backhand dump into neutral ice. 30 seconds and counting remaining in the period. Another great play over there by Seitz to meet his man at the center line. WVU in their own end, 18 seconds. Now Adams had a quick control of it, but Burkett has it in neutral ice. Another dump in down below the goal line. 7 seconds. WVU's just going to skate this one out. That's Shea that just throws it in to IUP zone to close out the first period. We're knotted up at 1.
Yeah, I think what I like from that period so far was just, as I mentioned throughout it, how IUP was able to maintain possession very well. They seem to be able to shut down anything coming up into this blue line, and whenever the Pioneers were able to get it into our offensive or into our defensive end, they were able to set up very nicely, and look forward to see what they come out with in the second period. I assume a little bit more aggressiveness for sure.
IUP heading into the locker room to eat their Reese's Cups and their Kit Kats, their Halloween candy, see if they can fuel up for the second period. We'll be back to present you the second period of play. My name is Josh Yates, with me Alex Duffalo for the IUP Hockey Network. Welcome back, everybody, to the second period of play here in Morgantown, West Virginia. IUP versus WVU and the Mountaineers. We're tied up at 1. The goal scorers in the first period. Leonard Haben for WVU. He got a nice little one-touch feed in close, right in the slot. He beat Paremba there, and then on the other end, it was a drive sort of started by Hunter Fairman, and it was Jace Rarick who was able to finish that tap in. So we're not up at 1. Of course, the goalies now switch. IUP attacking from left to right. There's a shot, and it looked like it sounded like it struck some iron. That was off the stick of Adams. Now Adams on the right wing gives it down low for Malloy. Malloy centering feed for Johnson. There's a stick in the way. Soy just cycling it right back down deep. Adams turns around and sticked away by Sloltez. Malloy's got his stick hung up with the defenseman. Now WVU skating away with it. Dela Quadri got it into neutral ice. As I was saying, IUP attacking from left to right in the black sweaters, red pants. WVU in the gold and black attacking from right to left. As that puck goes through neutral ice all the way on to Paremba's stick and glove. He'll glue it down there. 19:07 to play here in the second period.
So far, first minute hasn't been too shabby. I was expecting a little bit more of a push and urgency, but the boys seem to be playing a little bit more relaxed, and I like to see the composure sometimes.
Face-off won by IUP. There's Miller swiping it along the boards for Jace Rarick, but there's a point shot by Casey that missed wide. Now on the left side, Hartz. He cycles it down low. On the other side is Brackett. Point shot, slapper in close, blocker saved by Paremba. All the way down on the other side, Jace Rarick looked like he was close to winning the foot race, but he was not. So it will be an icing against the Hawks. Heading back down to IUP's zone.
I'd like to see Paremba get a little bit further back in that net, just a step. A couple of these times he's been out pretty far, and whenever there's been a rebound, it's left the net kind of open. So we'll see how he adjusts during the game. I'm sure he's picked up on that as well.
Glued in the corner by Donovan, but now it jumps free, and it's on the stick of Hunter Fairman. Trying to spring forward Jace Rarick, but on the other side was Schmidt. He turned it around. The Mountaineers trying to set up, but going the other direction. Now Miller goes around one man. Quite a move. Now he has it on his backhand. He's stick down, no call. He takes a hard fall into that back wall. WVU has control now. Springed forward for Bruno, and a great stick by Schmelzer to sort of slow that feed down. Bruno has it down low. Cycles it all the way around. Backhanded in the center for Haben. Great stick by Jace Rarick. Now down below the net. Hunter Fairman trying to collect. It's kept in by WVU. Center feed in close. Nobody there to back it up, but Sean Donovan got there just in time to sort of misdirect that feed. It's that one now finally is into neutral ice. Haben has it right at the center logo. A little toe drag around Miller to dump it down in. WVU is offside, so they'll have to tag up. Schmelzer looking up the ice. See if he can use it to his advantage. Stretch feed, and he catches a glimpse of Jace Rarick's stick down deep. Now WVU is going to set up and go the other way. Pass off the board, slides all the way in on Paremba, and he'll glue it down there in the blue paint.
Yeah, Paremba doesn't mind a close face-off if he has to take one.
We'll see who is taking that draw. It's Mason Hartz for WVU. And Loza for IUP. It's one straight back by Loza. Now IUP trying to spring it forward. Tudich is met on that far wall. Throwing it off the boards is Burkett. See if he can get Miola. He does. Miola has it on his backhand down in that deep corner. He's tied up though. Tudich picking at it. Hartz is as well. It springs free and Hartz has control. And he gets it to Brackett. Now Brackett with some speed going up the right side. He's going to cut it in the middle. Backhand feed trying to hit the streaking man. Now in close, blue paint, shot in close. Somehow got behind Paremba. It looked like he went on that close post, and just like that, scores 2-1.
And that puck was able to sneak by Paremba because when he was tucking against the post there, Josh, he had a slight little gap between his blocker and his leg pad down on the ice. And I'm not too sure who scored that one again from WVU.
I think it was Hartz.
Yeah, Hartz.
We'll wait in here for the official call. But yeah, like you were saying, Paremba was expecting that feed all the way on the back door, and it just wasn't there. So whoever that was streaking down still had control of it and was able to sneak it past on that right post. Excuse me, it's going to be Brackett.
And they are, those type of shots, I mean, they're rare. It's rare that a player will take a shot from that kind of angle, especially when you're sitting near a post like that. But if they're able to find an opening, they will. Here's a chance for IUP.
Filson on the left wing, he takes a shot right into the mask of Sloltez. He was able to hold it right there. As they were saying here in this arena on the overhead, they were saying that it was Cooper Brackett credited with the goal. The Milwaukee native getting on the scoreboard for WVU, giving them another lead, their second lead of the evening. But now here's IUP trying to start it up in the offensive zone. Face-off tied up by Hoffman, one to the left. Let's see if IUP can gain control. There's one in, and somehow that got to the pad of Sloltez. Soy kept it in. I was going to say tries to keep it in, but he did keep it in. Now Hoffman down below the goal line. He's tripped up, no call.
Big hit off to the side there.
Oh, there's a feed in close. Blocker saved by Sloltez.
And Sloltez has been a brick wall in that net tonight.
Now Filson down below the goal. Cycles it on that left wing, back down below for Hoffman. He's fighting off two men. Trying to pick at it to Solomon as well, but WVU skates away with it. There's Dela Quadra here on this half wall. Trying to spring it forward, but it hit off the skate of Filson. It's a pretty big booming hit down in that near corner also. Soy's down there. Stretch pass trying to hit Filson. Filson's gonna now head off and complete that change. Down on the other end, Adams is down there. See if he can throw one on. He tries to go around. Trying to feed the back door, he shoots, and somehow, I don't really know where that went through, but it did get behind the cage.
Great job keeping it in there by Donovan.
Yeah, that was a great aggressive play to sort of step up and hold the zone. Now Donovan has it, point shot, that misses wide. Stayed on the ice as well. There's one sticked away off the stick of Schmelzer. Adams trying to spin off his man on that far corner. Bruno skates away with it. There's WVU coming the other way. He hits Haben there on the right side. He's met by Donovan. Donovan having himself quite the shift. WVU dumps it down and deeper into the zone. Bruno below the net. That one sort of hit off of Paremba's equipment, it looked like. Now here's Woods trying to dangle around, but Malloy and Johnston were able to hold him off. Malloy takes him in on the right side of the zone. Schmelzer down low, little reverse hit. Try to gain control, but WVU has it. That's Caron. Tries to stretch it for Woods, and he does. Schmelzer was able to get a stick, though. Here's Woods and Bruno. Woods, left wing, feeds for Bruno in close and tight. Tries to go for the 5-hole. Paremba was able to hold it down there. An amazing save, an amazing play by WVU also. We know that those are the top two scorers for the Gold and Black. That's Bruno and Woods. And they were just sort of all in there alone doing their work. But Paremba had an answer.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of, from at least that first line from WVU, they're able to connect their passes really well. They seem to be playing pretty well together, glued together.
Face-off won by IUP. We've seen some of that momentum slow down that they had early in that first period. There's Chase Rierick down below the goal line. Fairman trying to collect it. He batted it down for Jace Rierick. WVU comes away with it. Here's Brackett. He was met by Jace on the back check. And there again, another back check by Glamkowski. There's the shot in from the left wing. Kicked away by Paremba. Another shot try. Sticked away by Miller. Some stick handling going the other direction. Here's WVU. Right through the middle. And close Glamkowski with a shot, but it's right into the chest of Paremba. Another pretty good opportunity for WVU. Momentum certainly starting to shift towards their side of the ice.
think what I'd like to see from them whenever WVU's carrying in their own end like that and getting in the middle, some guys just crashing in on the puck and closing out. It'd be nice to see some sticks going in and some poke checks being flown around whenever a guy's dancing around like that. Make them lose possession and regroup.
Soft dump all the way down, no icing. Was IUP coming in to help. Loza was sort of disrupting that play. Here's Maddox Rearick now back in his own zone. Springs it upward for Loza. Loza dishes it off to Tudic. Tudic trying to hit Miola streaking through, but it's met by WVU. In the other direction, there was no deflection. Now down low, fighting for it. McDonough. Now up high, point shot. It was a pass, actually. Down below the net, centering across the blue paint, but nobody was there for WVU. Hawks are just going to dump it to empty ice. Get a second to breathe. Loza takes his man to the board right on the blue line. Stouffer sticking it down to the ice. Miola now has it.
Let's see what Mio can do here.
Tries to go around one man, but he's met there by Sean Quinn. And just like that, WVU starting up a rush. Haben, the only man down there, he takes a shot up high, and it misses above the net. Now right in the center, a shot blocked by Maddox Rearick. WVU keeping it in, but Schmelzer just sends it right back out. Let's see if they can use it here. There is going to be a penalty. I think they're going to take Devio for a hook.
Yeah, definitely got a little tied up in the middle there in neutral zone trying to receive that pass. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I saw him signaling it, yep, for a hook. So nice 2-minute power play coming up for the Hawks. Let's see if they can capitalize on it, even this game back up here, Josh.
And that was Filson and Miola, I believe, that were streaking down on that last effort. Like you said, the Hawks on the power play. An immediate clear by WVU, but Loza's able to keep it in. Loza has it here on this right wing. Gives it up high for Schmelzer. Schmelzer over on the left side. There's Miola. Miola dancing around that left circle.
Exactly what the boys need to do, get them players moving.
Loza mishandled it, and Bruno coming away with it. Here's a 1-on-0 the other way. He takes a shot, and he beats Paremba. It's the last guy on this WVU roster that you won all alone. So he was able to capitalize on it. 3-1 now the score.
Yeah, that's their top guy right now as far as points go. If I'm not mistaken, I have it written down here somewhere. Or no, it isn't their top points guy. It's their now second top points guy. That'll be his 10th point so far on the year. But, I mean, just a great shot. Unfortunate turnover. 2 of their goals so far tonight have come off really bad turnovers from the Hawks. So they need to keep their composure and just take a little breath. Look around a little bit before you send that pass off somewhere.
Certainly an opportunity they'd like to get back, but here's Maddox Rearick right off the draw, taking on his backhand. A great save by Soltez. But yeah, like you were saying, it was just a little bit of a miscommunication, mishandled puck there at the top of IUP's offensive zone. And Bruno just saw his window and took it. Now, still on the power play, Fairman takes his shot, bouncing in the paint. Chase Rearick is able to collect a rebound. One-timer in close. Was on that left slot. Now Malloy has it. Giving it back into the middle. And still trying to force that pass for Rearick, but WVU turns it straight around. Going the other way is Brackett. Fairman's just going to swipe it to open ice. He finds Miller. Miller takes it into the zone. Brackett's able to regain control.
If they can switch the ice here, they'd have a lot of space to work with.
And just about 30 seconds remaining on that power play. Again, no penalty clock here in the arena, so we're basing it strictly off feeling. Fairman has it down below the goal line. He hits Miller. Miller reverses it back to Fairman. Fairman towing the blue line. Slides one to the left wing. Again, another miscommunication. Filson was crashing the net hard. Miller
lost the glove.
Loses a glove and still being sticked hard into the boards, and the hand goes right back up. So it looks like we're going to see another penalty to what I believe is assessed to WVU.
It's going to be...
We don't have his name on our roster.
Actually, yeah, we do not.
It's number 7 for WVU. We'll wait in here for the official announcement, excuse me. And we will update the penalty clock accordingly.
This is massive for the Crimson Hawks. If they can kill off the first power play while they still got some time left, get a goal, a quick one, then they're entering the next 2-minute power play with only 1 goal down.
Yeah.
So this is massive.
So it is 5-on-3 for just a couple of seconds until that initial penalty is killed. WVU gets control and dumps it straight back down. So calling him for a cross check. Now Fairman cutting through the ice, a lot of speed. He takes his shot right into the chest of Sloltez. Again, like you said, IUP trying to capitalize. We are now back to a normal power play, 5-on-4. For again, what we feel like is about 1:45 seconds.
Yeah, I think, like you said, based purely off feeling, I feel like we're coming to the end of this first power play.
The first power play has already ended.
Has it?
Yeah. So we're back to 5-on-4. Now here's Fairman, right point. He takes his shot, left deflection, didn't close. It's a great save by Sloltez. Keeping it in, Jace Rearick backhands it for his brother. Back to Jace. Jace cutting right up through the middle. He backhands it for Fairman. One touch pass to Miller across. Now trying to hit Malloy on that right wing. So unable to corral it. Malloy backhanding it back down deeper for Maddox. Maddox hands it off to Miller. Miller back to Malloy on the right point. IUP now really getting set up. Jace Rearick at the goal line, one-timer for Maddox. It's blocked in the lane. Now Jace Rearick cycling it up high. He's in alone, goes up high and hits off the corner post. We see him target that spot so many times. He missed just by a centimeter. Now here's IUP off the rush. Malloy on the right wing, goes around one man, has on his backhand trying to hit Adams down, crashing in on that back door. But WVU with the clear. Bremba out of his crease, gives it to Fairman. Just around 30 seconds remaining on that other penalty. Fairman taking it into the zone. Goes right in between the legs, but he stood up right where he stands. IUP with control. Johnson below the goal line. Up high for Soy. Soy to Donovan. Donovan trying to center it in close. It was off the pads of Sloltez. IUP unable to hold the zone. Now Soy has it in neutral ice. And now we're back to 5-on-5. There's a shot targeting that left post. That was a great shot by Loza. It looked like it was sort of heat-seeking to some nylon, but stopped by Sloltez.
And not only that, I think it got Sloltez a little bit off guard. I don't think he was expecting him to shoot it.
Shot, no.
I saw a little bit of there was a little bit of a shoulder shudder whenever he saw that puck coming towards him.
So there's 2 penalties killed by WVU. IUP unable to capitalize on it. So we're back to full strength. Casey has it down low, but IUP trying to close that gap. Klamkowski with a soft dump into neutral ice and into IUP's zone. Burkett back to collect it. Going the other way now. Tudich taking it in the zone. He has a man trailing. He loses control of it. Just coming in to scoop it in is Loza. He takes a shot up high. Shoulder save by Sloltez. Sloltez has just been fantastic. He's been finding all the right answers to IUP's offensive tries.
Yeah, I mean, the boys are putting up great shots, great opportunities. They're really known for putting away a lot of good opportunities too. So yeah, he's done a great job of positioning and being there ready for a shot. Crimson Hawks are bound to crack the code eventually here.
A face-off won by WVU. Now Stouffer has it. He stretches it all the way down to the other side for Caron. He stood up right there by Burkett. Burkett backhands it for Seitz. Seitz ups it for Miola. Now Tudich on that forecheck. WVU's going the other direction. A little stick movement, puck handling, gets around Loza. So IUP just hemmed in their zone now, trying to get out. Seitz has it behind Paremba. He's going to let this pattern sort of set up and run its course. Seitz skates it out. Squeezes it up the right side for Filson. Filson and Miola now doing their work down low, trying to grind for it. But Woods brings it out of the zone. He hits Bruno. This is their top scoring line. Bruno hits Haven on the right wing. Bruno taking it in close, centering feed, but it's stopped by Donovan. Now the other direction. Here's Solomon, 3-on-2, going the other way, tries to feed Hoffman in close, bouncing puck in close. Donovan grabs it and scores. Just like that, a loose puck off of some chaos. Donovan was able to get a stick on it and dump it in.
And that's exactly what the Hawks need to do in order to be scoring goals and putting Slow Tets out of position so far this game. We saw it last goal where it came off a rebound. It was a quick rush from Fairman, and he was out of position, and Rierick was able to tuck one in. And just like that one, with that one, where there was a quick rush in, the boys were able to get a quick shot off, and now we got a one-goal game.
It was great work by Schmelzer back there as well to kill that chance by WVU, and he ultimately was the man that sprung Solomon on the blue line when WVU was sort of in the midst of a change.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can't let that pass go unnoticed. That cross-ice pass was beautiful.
Yeah, Solomon was all alone in the zone waiting for his men to come down and just was letting that chaos just brew up and was able to let it spill over right in front of the net. Big hit down here on the blue line to Donovan.
Bad turnover in the middle of the ice.
Woods had it on the right wing trying to dance around, but again, another chance killed by Schmelzer. Fairman has it now on the right wing, goes around one man. He receives a hit down low. A big hit at that. They both hit the ice. Puck comes out into neutral ice though. Soy kind of got hung up with it, but they were able to advance it forward. Miller just picking his pocket. Now when close, they come away with it. It was 2-on-0 out of nowhere. But IUP has control. Miller backhands it for Soy, I believe.
That was some good quick passing to get it out of the zone there.
Casey right to Soy's stick. Stretch pass for Jace Rierick. He's going to head off the ice. Now coming up the other way, Delaquadri hits Shea into the zone. Dumps it straight down, but Maddox Rierick has it down below Paremba. Miscommunication again, centering feed. Luckily Johnson was there to stop that try. Maddox Rierick dumps it for Soy. Soy looking up ice now. He hits Malloy. Malloy soft dump in, going around his own man. Down there to collect it is Schmidt. He receives a hit. Coming away, centering feed. Adams was unable to grab it.
Great look, though. Great look.
Malloy feeds Adams. He's tripped up, though. Adams backhands it around. Maddox Rierick heads off the ice, though. Malloy leaving his feet for a hit. Puck stayed where it was at. Soft dump into, I should say a hard dump, up into the metal tin roofing of this place. So we will see a draw in IUP's end now.
And yeah, you mentioned Malloy left his feet a little bit on that last hit over there on the corner, and the ref came up and let him know, hey, I'll let you have that one, but next time let's stay grounded.
Of course, Malloy plays with a ton of passion. But he's going to leave it all out there every shift.
A million miles an hour.
Yeah. Face-off won by IUP, but dumped straight back down. Now WVU has control. Tudich takes his man to the boards and grabbed a hold of his stick as he was trying to go grab the loose puck. Swatted into center ice by Seitz. Harvey dumps it down in deep. Just 3:43 to play here in the second period. Now down low, Miola trying to center it. There's no Hawks in the area. Seitz with some great skating, gets around one man, dumps it straight back down to the offensive zone. Miola now in the corner. He's taken to the boards. Loza was trying to stab at it.
Great work by Loza down low here.
Yeah,
he's able to force a turnover.
Yeah, Devio was just being pested by Loza. Now Seitz has it on the blue line, drops it back in for Loza. Seitz able to hold the zone. Now, Miola has it. He takes the short angle shot. It rung off the post and off of Sloltez. Point feed, for Tudich down low. Miola trying to hit somebody streaking down on that slot. WVU has control, long stretch pass. It's met by Seitz at center ice. He's going to dump it right back down in deep. Now, IUP gaining a little bit of pressure in the offensive zone. A big hit down in the corner as well. Schmelzer from the left wing, and there was a blocker saved by Sloltez. Coming the other direction, Glamkowski gets it out of the zone. Hartz has it now through center ice. Soft dump in. It is on Paremba. Miscommunication there, but IUP trying to capitalize. Filson just advances the puck further. Now it's all the way down with no contact. No icing. Filson slides it into neutral ice again, but Quinn has it there. A little lofted pass in, gloved by Paremba. Holding it behind the net is Schmelzer. 2 minutes to play here in the second period. Hoffman stretching it for Solomon. That one went up into IUP's bench. Minute 54 here in the second period.
Liking what I'm seeing so far, Josh. I mean, like you said, minute 54 remaining, and not a lot of time for the guys to get one, but enough time for them to get one.
Yeah, the pressure certainly starting to rise in IUP's favor, like it was in that first period. WVU dumps it down into their offensive zone. Rierick has it though. He slides it to Soy. Down there is Woods trying to disrupt. Stretch pass, fumbling puck and close. Let's see if IUP can control it. Miller just takes his man to the glass, trying to disrupt things. Now one does end up in neutral ice. Soy stretching it again. Jace Rierick was offside, so he could not touch it as it went through the zone. Now Haben, that's a big body with some speed going up the right side, but Maddox Rierick was able to hold him there. Centering feed, there's a one-timer. Now IUP has the numbers going the other way. It's a 4-on-2. Soy just going to get in front of the net. Jace Rierick has it at the point. He takes his shot. WVU is able to get a stick on it. IUP would love to have that opportunity back. Quinn made a wayward pass also. There was a 3-on-1 going the other way. Now here's Fairman taking it into the zone. Goes around one man, but met by Falzer in the middle of the zone. Shea has on the left side. He takes his shot down low. Hits off Paremba's stick. Oh. It looked like there was a cross check there. No call though. Down below the net, stretching it, lofting it into neutral ice. Let's see if Johnson can get control. It's Fairman that gains control. He's just going to turn it around. 30 seconds remaining here in the second period. Sloltez out of his net to keep the puck alive. Now Dela Quadri up the left side. We'll throw it down into that far corner. Burke it back to collect as it rims around the other direction. Adams spinning it for Malloy. Great chemistry they had there. Malloy tried to feed it in close for Johnson, but blocking the lane were the Mountaineers. Sights glued to that half wall as they're still going at it after the whistle. As the second period has expired. Just like that. Tension's certainly rising, and I'm sure we'll see some more going into the third period. But with that, WVU regained the lead. They're up 3-2. IUP is going to have to claw back.
Yeah, and I think something noticeable about IUP's play that period, they didn't have as much possession time as we saw them have in the first period, and I think that's something that they're going to have to crack down on. What were they doing in the first period compared to the second period, to where they were getting so much possession time, able to move the puck around so freely, skate around so freely, which I'm sure they'll all talk about and work out and get the kinks worked out in the locker room there. But be excited to see them come out. They need to get a quick one back and tie it up, and then we'll play from an even game.
IUP down a goal down here in Morgantown on Halloween. They're going to have to head to the locker room and regain their Halloween spirit, see if they can find the equalizer, and of course take the lead here in the third period. For the IUP Hockey Network, my name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo. We'll be back to present the third period of play. Welcome back, everybody, to the third frame of action here in Morgantown. IUP versus WVU. The Gold and Black currently hold the lead by 1 goal over top of the Hawks. Of course, goalies switch sides now, so we're back to the Hawks moving from right to left and the Mountaineers moving from left to right. Seen a lot of shots on goal for the Hawks. As we looked over it in the second period, 36-18 after the first 2 periods of play. They're just center feeding close. Malloy got the tip. Backhand try and close. They score. Just like that. 17 seconds into the third period. We're all knotted up at 3.
And Malloy able to get his back. He had that nice little between the legs deflection for that first shot, able to circle back around and bury it. And now we're all knotted up pretty early in, and not even 20 full seconds into this period, and we got a tie game, 0-0.
Yeah, I was just about to go over the scores of the second period, which I still can do. It was Brackett and Bruno for WVU and Donovan for the Hawks. We can go ahead and notch that one for Malloy in the third period. So the 3 IUP scores so far: Jace Rierick, Sean Donovan, and Chase Malloy. You see 7. We're talking about it earlier, how he plays with that passion. He certainly wanted to make this one even going into the third period, so he took it into his own hand. There's a shot from that far wall into the glove of Sloltez. Before we get ahead of ourselves, Sloltez has just been outstanding.
Yeah.
Of course, it's quite the sight that IUP even notched 3 out of the 37 or so shots that he's faced, because he's just been a brick wall.
Yeah, if you're going to wear some cool pads like that, you're going to have to be a pretty breakout, stand on top of your head goalie, and he's done just that tonight.
There's IUP trying to hold the zone there. Cross-ice feed for Jace Rierick on the left wing. Miller fighting for it with Hartz down low. Still doing his work. That one off the glass, took a weird bounce off of Stanchions over there, but it's in a neutralized. Donovan chips it down and deep off the stick of Jace Rierick. Reversing it the other direction is Barber. Now down low, Fairman avoids a hit. Trying to regain control of the Hawks. Hard clear down into neutral ice. Klamkowski got a piece of it, and Paremba's just going to glue it down, as that one did fumble in on his net. 18-28 in the third period.
The boys coming out with some fire here right now, Josh. Exactly what they needed to do. Like I said before we left our second period part of the broadcast, there's a quick shot up high. They had a lot less possession time that second period compared to the first, and it seems they're working on trying to maintain that possession this period.
Turned around right on the goal line. McDonough has it. Swipes it up high for his defenseman. A shot in from the point, patted away by Paremba. Now down low, Harvey has it. Plays catch with his partner. That's Burkett. He's going to slide it up ice for Miola. Miola the other direction. He has Loza and Tudic trailing. Lodich, excuse me, that was a mix of both of them. Loza had it on that slot. His backhand try was sticked away. It's like the worst nightmare for a sportscaster, huh?
That was fun. I wouldn't have even picked up on it if you didn't say it. I was like, Lodich must be a new player out on the ice today.
There's Tudic, that is. Still, he's on the ice. He's probably nearing the end of his shift. Soy was subject to a slash down there as well. He broke his twig. Now, WVU in their own zone. Excuse me, the Hawks zone. The blue line, Schmidt has it. He throws one in off a deflection. It's now in the slot. That fumbling rebound went up high. It was off the shoulder of one of those WVU forwards. 17:05 remain in the third period. WVU trying to look up ice, but IUP tiered forecheck. Doing a great job. Shea trying to cut through the middle. Sticked away by Schmelzer. Now here's Hoffman and Solomon going the other direction. Hoffman's just going to backhand it down and deep. WVU regains control. Stretch pass meets the glove of Donovan. He's just going to take it in the zone right for himself. Trying to backhand it for Solomon. IUP does hold the zone, but it's immediately sent back out. Johnson hits Schmelzer. Bruno almost stick that puck right down. but it had another one-on-no opportunity. He scored earlier in the second period on that breakaway. Right back into neutral ice. That one thrown in by Quinn, the Calgary native. Now going the other way, Malloy dumps it down deep into that corner. Burkett and Adams. There's a quick shot from the goal line by Adams. Sort of caught me off guard. That was glued right down by Sloltez.
Yeah, he was able to corral it off the wall pretty well there and get a quick shot off. I found it funny. I think it was Soy's stick who was broken, right? I'm pretty sure this is his mom sitting down to our right. As that stick was broken, I had looked down and she had her hands in her face thinking about buying another stick. It's very hard not to crack up on air looking down and seeing that, but that's just the joy of having family come to some of your games. They see the good stuff and the bad and the ugly.
Certainly an expensive piece of lumber, you could say, even though they're not even lumber anymore. But.
Yeah.
Now Seitz has it down deep in IUP zone, but WVU remains control. Mountaineers have it at the point, towing the blue line. A shot from that point. It's patted away. Now here's the Hawks the other way. Malloy, soft dump in right into the pads of Sloltez. IUP's going to get a quick change. Glamkowski is able to direct that one down deep into that corner for Brackett. Brackett was fighting for it, but coming away with it are the Hawks. Fairman throws on the brakes, looking up ice now. Stretch pass, looked like it got a piece of Jace Rearick's stick, but the hand goes up. So they're gonna call icing. You see Rearick pleading his case as well, because certainly sounded like it from here.
Oh, it looks like they're gonna talk about it.
It was either Rearick or WVU that got a piece of it.
And they're just going to do it right neutral ice here.
Yeah, I think it's just a missed call by the officials. So they're going to have a center ice draw. That one's tied up by Miller, but WVU comes away with it. IUP has control. Snap pass for Miller. Maddox Rearick hits his brother coming through center ice now. Chase Rearick in the zone. Taking it to the outside. He throws one on with some deflections in tight. That one goes behind the net. Down low,
congestion back there.
Jarring for it. Fairman took a hit down there. It's a shot from the point by Maddox Rearick, and it hit some skates and directed into the corner. Now Jace Rearick, left wing, tried to hit somebody on that back door. Nobody was there. There's WVU the other way. Shot from the point by Dela Quadri. Was kicked away by Paremba. That one in close. Paremba was sort of up on his feet. Either way, it's up and into neutral ice.
Oh, and they're going to call Fairman for that hit.
Yeah.
Might get him on a cross check here.
That is the first penalty taken by IUP. No, IUP is shifted from that mindset of playing sort of sloppy, and not that, of course, it's not a mindset to play sloppy hockey, but last season they were sloppy on the penalty sheet. They're looking to play more disciplined this year. So we will see them on the penalty kill, as that is their first one of the evening. So we get this clock all worked.
And here they are setting up that box look, trying to keep everything out to the perimeter of the zone. Battle along the boards, Donovan in that mix.
Still tying it up. WVU has control now. Down there's Bruno. He has it on the goal line to Woods now up high. Woods back to Bruno on the goal line. He dances in and takes his shot. Paremba was able to handle the rebound. Donovan with a hard clear into neutral ice. 13:33 to go here on the game clock. Just about 30 seconds off that power play. So they're going to call icing. They're trying to start that rush from all the way back. So certainly IUP will be happy with an offensive zone draw.
And that actually works out perfect for this line coming in. Those Malloy and Miller are great on the forecheck, so they might be able to take a lot of time off this penalty.
It is Miller at the dot. He's had a great night so far, face-off wise, but that one is won by WVU. Coming in on the right side, Haben. He's a big fella. He was held in by Malloy.
He is massive.
Coming back down on this end, there's Casey taking it on the right side. He takes his shot and misses up high. Down in that far corner now, Miller and Soy fighting for it. WVU comes away with it. Cutting through the middle, backhands it for Bruno. Bruno on the right wing, gives it up high to Casey. He takes his shot, pad save, rebound in close.
What
and
a
it was
save!
A wide open net for Bruno. That puck just was unable to be handled by Bruno. Bruno has it on the right wing. Now Woods in the slot. Bruno, right wing. Tries to cross it across. Shane Miller tying it up, and he gets the clear.
Great work, boys. They were able to do a great job of holding their own in their own end.
Woods takes it back into the zone. About 20 seconds left. Slot feed and close, a backhand out. Now they have it right shot. Hartz takes his shot, misses to the left. Far side now. IUP looking to get back to full strength. One-timer from the point. Misses high. Woods had it on that far side. Now it looks like we're back to full strength. Hunter Fairman coming out of the box.
And good timing, too.
Yeah.
They were caught off sides. Gives the Crimson Hawks here a time to reset and get a push going, but a quick turnover to Haben.
Haben, right wing. He's held to the outside. Pad save. Nets well off of its pegs. There's a rush killed by IUP.
And a noticeably and understandably upset Filson as he was about to start that odd man rush going down the ice. But we'll see what they can do here. They've been looking pretty good so far.
We know Paremba hits those posts hard, and it didn't even look like that was him. It looked like there was a couple of other Hawks down in there
Somebody
as well.
was coming in at Mach 1 to the back of that net.
So
I forget who it was. I think it was Solomon.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a 3 at the end of the jersey as the man that was pushing the goal off of him. I mean, he almost went into the glass with the goal on his back. But nonetheless, as we get play going here.
Yeah, Hoffman was able to win that faceoff. Burkett dumps it all the way in, and it did hit the post, I think.
I think it literally just trickled off like
at the last second.
Yeah.
Huh. From our angle,
I mean,
like
hey, if you're WVU, you're taking it.
Right. So we'll be back down on IUP's end. 11:40 remain here in the third period. Still knotted up at 3. Hoffman at the dot. He wins it straight back. Seitz able to push it up for Burkett. Burkett springs Filson in the neutral zone, but WVU has control. Now into the offensive zone, but back into neutral ice. Filson skating hard back. He has it now below Paremba. Stretching it for Solomon. Solomon takes a hit from, Devio. Now the other way, there's Falzer with some speed, but Donovan's able to collect it down in that near corner. Filson takes a hit as well, remains control though. Hoffman has it, takes it out of the zone. He takes a hit from Della Quadri. The energy's starting to ramp up for WVU. That stretch pass was trying to hit Schmelzer, but Karen took it into the zone. Now,
great
play by Donovan. As he got horizontal to keep that puck out of reach of the Mountaineers. Got the clear as well.
It's just tremendous hustle right there. Scary turnover that was, but Superman Donovan in the middle, able to clear it.
Tudich now on the near side. He clears the zone. He hits Miola. Now Miola has Loza trailing. Miola takes his shot, and it's blocked in the lane by WVU. That was Quinn. Took that one off the shins. Tudich has it now. He gives it for Rierick in his own zone. Rierick hits Miola, center ice. He takes it in on the left side. He has it on his backhand. He's taken to the glass hard. WVU has control. McDonough lost it sort of at center ice, but Maddox Rierick, the hard clear, the attempt at a hard clear, it looked like it went up into WVU's bench. So we have 10:01 to play here in the third period, over halfway. Well, 1 second to go, and then we'll be halfway through the third period. Center ice draw. It's tied up by Miller. The official sort of got in the way, it looked like, but IUP still has control. Maddox Rierick on his own blue line. Sends it up through neutral ice. Miller got a piece. Coming the other way, Haben was able to tip it down in. Miller just closing Bruno off. Miscommunication. Sawyer was able to get that stick lift from the crashing Haben. Gets the clear as well. Miller trying to hit the captain down there. Fairman,
Great move.
dancing around, just cuts right through the neutral zone around 3 Mountaineers. Still has control. He's tripped up trying to hit somebody on the back door. That was Miller that was crashing. Up in the neutral ice now, Soy just reversing it. 9:12 to go, still tied at 3s. Fairman faked that shot. He goes up high, and the shot was blocked in the lane by Bruno. Could hear the inflection of my voice. I thought he was firing as well,
yeah.
but certainly sold me. Yeah.
It was a great fake and an ideal one too. He was able to fake out those 2 defenders trying to block that initial shot to try and shoot that other one, but a lot of gold crashing on Fairman.
Draw now taken by Johnson. 1 straight back. Malloy has it. He slides one in. That one is blocked in the lane by Devio. Adams going down, giving Devo a little bit of a check as well. He's jabbing at it. WVU trying to break out. Burkett throws that point shot in. It looked like Adams almost got the deflection. Slotez was well out of his crease to try and make that save. Now coming through center ice, here's Hartz. Takes it into the zone, takes his shot. That one blocked by Burkett, up and out of play.
And I think where a lot of success can be found for the Crimson Hawks is if they're able to push up one of these sides of the ices, maybe have 3 guys pushing up one side, 2 guys sitting on the other. And if they look to get a quick ice switch, a cross ice pass, or just a quick 2-man pass, 1-2, and switch the ice up, I think they can get WVU on their heels.
Puck still tied up at the draw. Donovan throws it off the boards for Adams out of the zone. Throws it right in between the legs for Malloy. Malloy, again between the legs, had it on his backhand. He dodged a hit down there as well. This line just trying to get some energy started. Try and take the lead back.
Great work by Donovan.
Threw one on and hit off the skate of Johnson. Centering feed, no Hawks there to collect. Off the boards, Donovan tries to keep it, but he is unable to. He's tied up right at the red line. Shea was able to come away with it somehow, and he hit Della Quadri over there. Shot in right into the mitt of Paremba. No issue for Moose. 7:51 remain in the 3rd period. Of course, IUP not wanting this one to go to overtime.
Yeah, you can see them just based off the way they're playing and the passes they're looking for. They're looking to end this, get at least 1 more, obviously to put them ahead, or get a couple more. They don't want to mess around and keep time going.
And we know these conference points are so crucial, especially once it gets down into that final stretch of the season.
Absolutely.
There's a turnaround shot. Blocked by Donovan. Another one right down into that far corner. And Tudich has it. He's taking it to the glass, fighting for it. In there with Stouffer. Donovan throws it off the boards, and it's now into neutral ice. Loza trying to spring it out. Reverse back down into IUP zone. Schmelzer, far corner, backhand up for Tudich. Tudich stretching it for Miola. Miola did get a piece.
That's what they need to be looking for. If that was open, he would have had a great touch pass and into the zone.
Fighting for it down there. Tudich and Miola fumbling in the blue paint, but there's no Hawks there to capitalize. A great defensive stick there by Loza. Now Tudich trying to dance it in. He was met by Schmidt. Down below the goal, center feed. Loza's there to collect. Oh, and he had Miola streaking down. And now here's Bruno, quick-footed. He hits Haben on the right side. Haben back in the middle for Woods. Another turnaround shot for Bruno on the goal line. Hawks don't know where it is. WVU turnaround shot for Haben. Now still in the slot. Loza getting horizontal, blocking that chance. A lot of pressure for IUP. Filson just trying to start it on his own. Either way, he takes it down and deep, allowing for the Hawks to get a change. IUP remains controlling the zone. Filson, now it leaves. Hawks gonna have to tag up. Burkett just sent it right back in. Soft dump, trying to hit the streaking Glamkowski. Met by that Hawks blue line. Hoffman has it down low. He tried to go for the classic Hunter Fairman wrap. But now, Mountaineers the other way. Filson just came out of nowhere and gloved it down. He's trying to stick handle around that defenseman. He's glued up on the boards. Sights right at the logo. Soft dump right back into the far corner. Going to get a new line of forwards for the Hawks. Top line, it's going to be Miller, Rearick, and Fairman once they complete the change. WVU offsides. Now we see in the Hawks' own zone, Burkett trying to spin off of Hartz. Burkett backhanding it, trying to at least, but Brackett lost his glove in the exchange. Jace Rearick just stick handling in a telephone booth around. Miller trying to come in and gain control, but
odd man rush here.
Yeah, 3-on-2 the other way. Schmelzer trying to close the gap. He has on his backhand and close. It looked like it hit off of the post, but it stayed out. That try by Glamkowski. Schmelzer just sent it to open ice.
Best thing you can do there.
It's a pretty golden opportunity for that line, yeah.
Let him reset.
There's Hunter Fairman, sends it across the ice for Miller. He takes a hit from Brackett. Brackett gets control. Centering feed in close. That was Della Quadri on that loose puck. Just IUP unable to leave the zone here. There's a shot in, and it's held by Paremba right there. 4:08 remain in the third period. A lot of pressure by WVU in these last couple of rushes.
And those turnovers aren't helping them at all on their own end. The Hawks really need to reset and kind of watch for those yellow jerseys floating around in the passing lane. They're sending a pass, and it seems to just get intercepted as if somebody was sneaking around a corner to intercept it. So they just need to keep their heads up and look ahead, think ahead to who they're going to.
Yeah, like you said, what it comes down to is WVU is just playing great off-puck hockey.
Yeah.
They have a lot of movement, on the outskirts of the ice, of course, where the play isn't happening. That's what creates those chances for them. They have the guys streaking down, and they're able to hit open guys. It's what IUP needs to adopt a little bit once they get settled into their zone. Now Maddox Rearick, he's starting the rush now. He backhands it through neutral ice, but met by WVU's blue line. Johnson swipes it back in. Stretch pass for Bruno. Bruno gets a piece of it, and it's going to slide down for Paremba to collect. Maddox Rearick stretches it for Johnson. Johnson, quick backhand touch for Adams with some speed. Has on the left wing a one-timer by Johnson in close. Donovan stepping up to keep it in the zone. So there was another pretty good opportunity for IUP. See if they can capitalize on the energy. Here's Donovan looking up ice. Gives it for Schmelzer coming down the left side. He's going to take it into the zone. Quick shot, and it looked like he just lost the puck, but I think he was trying to spring Tudich. But now the other way, here's Haben on the right wing. He held it to held it far to his forehand by Donovan.
Great cross ice pass to Schmelzer. Let's see Schmelzer go.
Schmelzer the other way, and a great stick from behind. Centering feed, nobody there. The Hawks unable to hold the zone. It's just a great back check by Devio that was able to get a piece of the puck on Schmelzer. Either way, 2 minutes, 19 seconds remaining here in the third period. We're still tied up at 3. Tudich has it on the blue line. He's tied up with Brackett, though. There's Hartz just coming and picking it away. Loza backhanding it around the backside for Soy. Soy just stick handling around Hartz. Here's Maddox, slowing it down a little bit, letting the pattern settle. He hits Miola that was just trying to forehand push it for Tudich. The other way, it's a foot race. Maddox, Rearick, and Brackett. They did get back. Now Soy has it below. Gets it up for Miola. Miola has it on the right side. He's going to soft dump it into the glove of Sloltez. Sloltez keeps it alive. IUP going to get a quick change out. Fairman on the ice as well. Sights looking to close that gap, and he did just that, just pushing him all the way to the outside. Great defensive play by 84. He's glued to that far corner. 1:20 remain. Comes loose. WVU is control. Schmidt towing the blue line. He throws his shot in. It misses to the right. Now Seitz cycling it up high. And a mishandled puck over there by Barber, and it's up into neutral ice.
Expect the aggressive forecheck here.
Just like that, Miller has it on the right wing. He feeds Fairman down low, and he tried to hit a little give and go. Center feed in close. Chase Rierick has it on the right side. Oh, in the back of the net! Just like that, 54 seconds on the clock. Chase Rierick gets his second of the evening, and the Hawks take the lead.
How about that? That's just classic Hawks hockey right there. Another bouncing puck off of another shot, and somehow Rierick is in there to put it away. Second goal of the night. Wow. And the Hawks are up by 1.
Like you said, it was the mishandled puck by Barber on the other end, and you even said it. IUP was looking to just start a rush off of that mistake, and they did just that. Miller was there to keep the puck in the zone, and him and Fairman almost hit that give and go. And just that alone held Sloltez sort of out of his crease in a chaotic sort of frenzy. Of course, resulting in Jace Rierick to collect that last one, push it behind him. Hawks are up 1 with 54 seconds to play. WVU took their timeout.
And a wise one, that is, for sure. I don't know what else to expect from the Hawks other than play it safe, keep your composure, get your passes out. Just make sure that Moose is set in that net. Nothing crazy can get by him. They don't want anybody getting in close, getting a close opportunity. Keep everything pushed to the outside, play it safe, take this first conference win home.
Like you said, the Hawks in hunker down mode in this final 54 seconds. Can expect them to just get a quick clear out as soon as they get control. You have to expect that Sloltez is coming out of that net shortly here, of course, after the center ice draw.
Oh, without a doubt. And it'll be interesting to see for sure when they get that extra man on the ice how they look, because they've had moments where they've been able to dance around the Crimson Hawks just with 5-on-5 play. So we'll see what they can do whenever they get the chance to get an empty net and extra men out.
Haben dumps that one down in on Paremba from the blue line. And just like that, we saw Sloltez head to the bench. So WVU happy with getting a quick frozen puck to, of course, get the draw in their own zone, their offensive zone, I should say. So it is 6-on-5 now. Face off, one straight back. WVU has it. Woods had it on that right wing, but Soy is just going to swipe it around the other side. Over there is Hartz now in the far corner. Soy with a hard dump in. He's going for the empty net. Does he have enough? And it misses to the right. So it's going to be an ice, and we'll head back down to this side. Of course, the couple of IUP fans not too happy with that early whistle. They heard he's got to get there. Of course, they whistled it before the Mountaineer got all the way across that line.
And I think the thinking is Johnson was on a beeline for that puck too. So, but Johnson was coming off the bench, so he just left the bench and started down towards that puck. But we'll see another draw here, see what they can do.
Puck dropped and gaining control, and now the other way. Here's Malloy and Adams. Malloy going for the empty net, and he hits the right post. It's down in that far corner, though. 20 seconds remain. WVU trying to get it started. See if they can find the equalizer in these final 15 seconds. Soy trying to hold him on the outside, and he does. Down low, fighting for it is Malloy. Adams has it as well. It's on the goal line, pushing it, bouncing puck in tight. Now to that far corner, 5 seconds left. It's in the blue paint, in close. 2.9 seconds remain. Paremba was able to glue it. As now both squads are getting active after the whistle.
And that's just a great save by Paremba. I mean, that was a bouncing puck. We didn't know where it was. All I saw was a quick flash of black landing right on top of Paremba's leg pads, and he was able to freeze it up. 2.9 left remaining.
You talk about a clutch gene. Certainly Shane Paremba has it. 2.9 seconds remain. Puck dropped. It's held right there. Quick last shot on, but it's blocked in the lane by Chase Malloy. Just like that, IUP comes in clutch in the final minute of play. They take the lead and take their first conference win of the season.
Yeah, great play overall by everybody today. They were moving well. We had a couple instances. I'm sure Hanzo's going to talk to them about the defensive turnovers in our own end. However, they did a great job of working through any type of adversity they face tonight. And yeah, what a great win. Great first conference win to put on the board for this year. And the boys definitely are going to have a rowdy 2-hour ride back home.
Yeah, for sure. The first of two games that IUP and WVU will play in the regular season. IUP taking the first of the season series. We'll be back for the broadcast tomorrow afternoon against Duquesne University, who, again, we will see for the first time of the season. And we see Jace Rearick trying to hype up the away fans here, coming across after the handshake line for the IUP Hockey Network. My name is Josh Yates. With me, Alex Duffalo, of course. And happy Halloween. The Hawks come away with a win, and we'll be back tomorrow afternoon.